Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's disease warrior. How y'all doing? I'm doing okay for Wednesday. I feel pretty good. Still recovering from that stupid cold, which was probably that super flu. But I'm doing a little better. I can't complain. Been a good day, even though the weather was crappy. But recently, over the last few days, I've seen some pretty nasty stuff online. Um, Insults, tearing people down, um, some people acting as if they are medical people and they're not. Um, and it's really came to a head today, where I had to literally make a post, pin it in a group I admin, saying, "Please do not insult and swear at members. You will be removed if this happens again. We're a support group." Dave Juno, admin. Because there was one gentleman who was just literally swearing at everybody in this one particular post. They swore at one person. They swore at me and tried to get that comment approved, and it didn't because we have keywords that my moderators set up that prevent that, so we see them before they can get posted. And then this person decided to message me personally and say, "You ain't no doctor, you're an asshole, fuck you." Well, right then and there, you just broke what I just posted. And that person is gone from the group. I blocked him because I'm like, hey, I'm not dealing with this idiot all day. Because it's going to be an all night thing. And I'm in no mood to argue. Okay? I mean, I don't have the time or the energy to argue with people. So I removed them. Because enough is enough. And I'm sure a lot of other admins do this. I admin not just one of the biggest groups, but I admin a few other ones as well. And it's a tough job. Okay? But, people join support groups to get advice. Okay? Ask questions. And we're also in support groups, you cheer on the ones who are doing great. Keep going, you're doing wonderful, blah, 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 blah. And the ones who are having a hard time, we comfort them. Okay? Hey, we're sorry. You know what? You'll be okay. It's just a relapse or whatever it is. We comfort them. Pick them up. Try to make them feel better about themselves. Because one thing is, none of us, you're not alone. Okay, we all go through this. So, we're all trying to help each other. We're not here to tear each other down, call each other names, swear at each other. Who the hell wants to get a message saying, fuck you? I don't. Even though I did today. I don't want to get that message. Who wants that? So, if you don't agree with somebody, just scroll by. You don't need to involve yourself into some war tirade. The world would be such a better place if we all thought before we took action. Half the problem in this world is nobody thinks. Nobody thinks for themselves. And it's like that in a support group too. Nobody thinks for themselves. They see something, they don't like it, they react instead of thinking. Should I respond to this? Should I comment this? Let me think about how I'm going to comment on this. No, you just comment and swear and do whatever. It's the same thing in the world. Everywhere. Nobody thinks. All the political crap that goes on. You think all those people think? No. They're too busy following the leader. Oh, this person said so, it must be right. And AI has got everything fucked up. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, AI is good for videos. I've been doing meta AI and putting pictures in. Like I cloned my grandson. It was funny. Me holding a fish, and the fish is going like this. And it was a picture of the fish. It wasn't, they just made it do this. So yeah, it's good for that stuff. But I mean, there's so many things on there that AI, and people just run with it. Run with it. And it's insane. But we're here to help people. And there are so many people out there that claim to be doctors or nurses or scientists or this and that and the other thing. And they're nothing. They're none of that. Okay? Yeah, you can have a doctorate without being a medical doctor. I have a couple of friends of mine who are doctors. And one's a doctor of chemistry. Another one's a doctor of something with the music. Something with music. She's a doctor of something. She has a doctorate of a PhD in music. So between a PhD and an MD, okay? There's another person a doctor, but she's not an audiologist. She's not medical. It says PhD on it. But they act like they're medical, and they're not. You know? And that's getting crazy. People saying, oh, well, I was a nurse for 20 years. Well, you're not a nurse now. You're doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Looking up on Google and pasting. Even to the point where there was a gentleman that, and I use that term loosely, that every time I made a video would literally message me telling me about how wrong I was and how genetics was the right way to go, and I've done all this research and this and that and the other thing, and I'm a scientist and I'm this, and he's none of it. None of it. And he did it, the last time he did it, I said, I think I sent him a quick message. I've had enough. Blocked him from every platform I'm on because I've had enough. Okay? He's not a doctor. He's not a scientist. Says he is. On his Facebook thing, not. Also says he's a Meniere's expert, which he's not. And I've seen videos of him making himself look like a fool at conferences. And I don't know what else he does. I don't trust him. I think he's copying someone else's work, which is fake. So I removed him because, you want to message me, that's one thing. You want to call me on a post, I'm done with that. And that's what he did the last time. He commented me on a post how genetics is this, genetics is the way. Well, genetics has to have some sort of a form. I don't know a lot about genetics. The one thing I do know about genetics is somebody else in the family has to have it. Has to have Meniere's in order for that theory to work. I'm the only one. On my mother's side, my father's side, I went back to their families. Their mother's side, their father's side. Nobody has it. So where did mine come from? It wasn't genetics. I don't know where it came from. It could be for me, it could be autoimmune, or it could be from maybe 6 or 7 concussions I've had in my life. I don't know. At this point, I really don't care. I'm just happy the way I'm living right now. But the point is, you got to stop telling people they're wrong. Because, with Meniere's, there's nothing that's set in stone on why it happens, why we get it, triggers, all these things. It's like somebody the other day, I don't know, asked a question about triggers. Somebody was saying, well, alcohol's a trigger for everyone, and it's not. I'm a reformed alcoholic. I haven't drank in years. But when I fell off the wagon, that actually kind of helped my vertigo. I hate to say it. I wasn't getting vertigo from alcohol. But now I'll be 8 years sober this year. So it's not a trigger for everybody. I have friends of mine who drink, and they have Meniere's, and they don't get triggered by it. Just like beta histine doesn't work for everybody. It does work for a good amount of people, and people swear by it. And you know what? I believe it does work. It just doesn't work for everybody. And it'll be the same thing with this Epsilon drug that's coming out. Hopefully this year, maybe next. It's going to work for some. It's not going to work for others. And we had somebody in one of the Zoom support meetings that I go to from time to time said they were in the testing that they knew they were getting Epsilon. There was no placebo. There was 28 people in it, and by the end of that test that they did, there was only 3 people left. So it helped 3 out of 28 people. That's not very good. Okay? That's like, I don't know. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't want to get into it because somebody's going to comment on it. But we're all different. We all have Menieres. And like I said before, we need to help each other. You know, cheer people on when they're doing well. Pick people up when they're feeling bad about themselves or they're having a rough time. And you know, maybe make, you know, you might want to go to the doctor. You might want to mention this doctor. You might want to write this down. Things like that. And be nice. Don't be some tirade who fuck you, fuck this, fuck everyone. If you're having a bad day, don't comment on anything because nothing good's going to come out of it, out of your mouth. But let's be nice to each other and and have some peace. We got enough going on in our lives and enough going on with this disease. We don't need people aggravating everybody. On that note, have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.